And if you go and do this, if you go home and you're doing cold marketing, you're like, 20 of them, and all 20 were awkward, that happened to me too. So just kind of think back and remember this training, that I went through all those awkward, and it still happens now, I'll still get them wrong. But then I'll get up and I'll make sure I do it again the next time. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but that's point 4 and 5. Learn from it every single time, no matter what, good or bad. Don't let those courageous asks to cold market go to waste. It's like signing up a con you spent months trying to get, and then you tell them that they only have to have one party this month, and you forget to tell them about sending out the samples. You've just wasted everything you built up trying to get that person on your team, and it's the same. You just wasted that ask if you're not going to learn from it. Number 5, and just based on that as well, on Jamie Clarkson's video, she says SW, 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 SW. Some will, some won't, so what, someone's waiting. So you just got to kind of think of it like that with your cold market. And like I said, always learn from it. No one ever got injured by looking on the bright side of things, right? So you've always got to think of what you can take from it. And number 5, repeat. You must repeat no matter how awkward the last one was. So how do you approach a cold market? It really all depends on who they are, where you are, and what you know about the person. I can't just say do this to cold market because everyone's different, and you've got to know that person or the situation you're in. But I feel like there's 2 types of cold market. There's opportunity knocks type and the creating the opportunity type. So the opportunity knocks type is like you're in a restaurant and you want to talk to the waiter, you're at the park and you want to talk to the mom. That's that kind of cold marketing where they kind of come into your life by fate. And then there's the creating the opportunity type. And that's where you don't know the person, you don't know of the person yet, but you know you want to share the business with more people and go out there. So for example, an idea is you join a sports club, or you join a mum and baby group. Or you get on Facebook and you join groups that you're interested in. It can go right or wrong if you don't do it in a truthful way and you kind of start pretending you're somebody you're not. It's got to be natural. So for example, if you join a group on riding horses and you're in there and you're talking to somebody with the intention of growing your business, right? And you're talking to somebody and you're sat talking about horses and they're picturing you with your jodhpurs on and your horse pictures up on the wall and horses in the backyard. And if you're really sat there with your Arbonne tank top on from GTC last year and a mud mask on your face and you're chanting the DA that you're going to pitch them next, you're already adding them to Jess's page. You haven't even told them about Arbonne yet. If you're just focused on getting them in the business and it's not you have no interest in the horse group or whatever, you're going to come across as completely natural, and that's kind of it's almost like conning them into a friendship just for Arbonne. You've got to come across these people in more of a natural way, but you've got to put yourself out there too. So join groups that you're interested in, and the second you stop thinking that maybe sometimes we feel awkward doing this. I kind of call this a grooming type as well, because you feel like you're grooming people at first, but you've got to change your mindset that you're talking to them in a way that is kind of like baby steps, bringing up Arbonne, because when people don't know much about a subject or it's out of the comfort zone, you can't just come in there and talk about Arbonne and expect people not to be like, whoa. And that's why we kind of do the baby steps with cold market. But the second you kind of focus and think of it as, I'm trying to change more people's lives and give them this opportunity, and you realize you're just doing it in a way that won't scare them off, then that's when it'll be natural versus going straight in there and thinking, I don't know, you don't want to feel awkward about it. If you're feeling awkward about it, maybe you're doing it the wrong way. It has to feel natural to you and not like you're creating a friendship purely just for Arbonne. Okay. And a few more examples of that would be like Nicole said, go get your hair done somewhere else, get your nails done somewhere else, change up the restaurants you go to. So you can do that. That's creating the opportunity type. And then I find myself with cold market, I particularly like approaching cold market where I know where somebody is. Let's say I'm in a store and there's somebody in a queue in a lineup. you might, if the opportunity's there, sure, go for it. But I find that works better for me is if I know where the person, say, works, and I can return to that location, and I build up the relationship that way. Like, always, like, the best makeup you can wear is your smile, and always be like everyone's best friend. They're gonna remember you. Compliment them on what they're wearing. It doesn't happen very often. If they're working in a store or working wherever that you get a compliment, they'll probably remember you for that reason. And basically, I go in and I very rarely, unless it comes up, like your talk on the plane with the guy, totally perfect to mention the business. But if somebody's just in a store and you want to bring up Arbonne to them, then I find that having sample packs or samples on you is a great way to approach the business. And then I'd go back in and be like, hey, how was that sample? Oh, great, you like the mascara the best? Well, do you want to try a cosmetic basket? I can bring you in a bunch of full-size products, and I'll take the basket in. Great thing about basket is you have to go back to get the basket. So now you've met the person 4 times and you've got a bit of a relationship going on. Maybe you're comfortable adding them to Facebook at that point, and maybe over, I don't know, it could be 1 or 2 months of being friends and liking posts and all of this, that you bring up, do you want to come to a DA? Could be quicker, could be longer. But I find that going in baby steps rather than walking in somewhere you just met someone like, hey, I want to come to a Discover Arbonne, I want to join my business, it's just too much. It really hasn't worked for me that way. But I don't care if they buy the sample, whatever the sample is, I don't care if they buy what's in the basket. My goal with that person is to join my business. Great if they buy products along the way, but it's always just the baby steps to get the business mentioned. And really, to end it on that, the moral of the story is it won't always go smoothly, but you gotta always get back on the horse. You must think big to get big, and big isn't the 1% of the people in the world that you know, it's your core market. And you've got to go teach your teams this too, about core market, and when they get out there, when they come to you and they're like, oh, I've exhausted my one market, month 3 and nobody's left. They need to know about core market. And a leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't want to go but ought to be. So that's kind of, I think core market is where it's at. I'm really comfortable with it, and I promise you the more you do it, the more you'll get comfortable with it.